Hello and welcome again to my workbench. It's been a while since we've had a video from my workbench, so I figured in this video I'd explain why we haven't had many and also what's going to happen from this point forward. So first, why haven't there been many videos from here? Well, it's pretty simple. It's now October 28th. 2018, but we've just ended one of the hottest summers that we have had in the last 40 years here in Northeast Ohio. So with that, there have been many days this summer that were over 90 degrees and many weeks where it was just 90 every day. And this workshop tended to average in the mid 80s for temperature. So yeah, it just wasn't going to happen. I'm not going to sit here with a soldering iron under lights and record videos and do projects in the heat. Second reason is other projects. I work at a computer museum, which is in the New Kensington, Pennsylvania area near Pittsburgh. And we've been doing a lot of work there this summer to prepare the museum for the winter. To get machines running for exhibits and also to prepare space to receive 2 very large donations. So that's been part of it. And also there's the other project I have been working on, which is the Ampex VR1200 quadruplex videotape recorders. And those are also stored in a commercial building in New Kensington, not far from the museum. I have set up a small workshop and have been working on those machines over there. You have seen those videos. They're already on the channel. Now, what is going to happen is there's going to start to be more videos from here. I'm going to try in the next month or two to start releasing at least one video per week. Shot either here or in Pittsburgh, doesn't matter, but at least one video per week. And that will be not just like an update video, it will be a something is getting done video, working on something, setting something up, demonstrating something. It'll be one of those types of videos. Some weeks may have more than one video if it becomes something that's rather easy. But in general, it'll be one video per week. To that end here, to make the videos better, I have started to do some upgrades. I've started to upgrade the lighting here to allow for better video lighting. And I am going to be working on getting better video recording equipment here. In fact, that's going to be one of the first projects. Let me grab it here. I ordered this off of eBay and they said it was working. And as with many things on eBay, when it is said it is working, that means, well, they plugged it in, they turned it on, and it didn't make smoke. So what this is a Sony digital Betacam portable video cassette recorder. Currently, I am using a Sony BVW50 Betacam recorder to record the video that you're seeing right now and the audio. The camera, which is giving the overhead shot, is a Sony DXC950 3CCD camera, and it feeds component video into the Betacam. I also have a second camera, a Sony DXC151 single CCD camera, which is going to be a secondary camera, which I'll demonstrate in a minute. So what this deck is going to be, once it is working, is just going to replace out. So it'll be digital, straight into my video editing system and give better audio. This has 4 channels of audio, as does the Betacam, but these are digital channels, 20-bit, 48 kilohertz, even though I only use one for the microphone. And so get this working, swap it in place of the other one, start recording with it to bring up the video quality a bit. And we'll also probably keep the Beta SP and just use it as a secondary to record the second camera when necessary. The second camera is what I call my scope cam, and I'll show you that in a moment. It will be used to give shots of the oscilloscope and the signal generators. So if I'm demonstrating something like an alignment, you can see what everything is set to and what I'm getting back. So project number 1. Project number 2 is probably going to be an alignment, which will be the alignment of my Zenith 10S155 AM shortwave radio from 1938. Third project's probably going to be my Yaesu FT212, I think that's the model number, 2-meter all-mode transceiver, which actually was already started in a previous video, but I'm going to finish it and get it ready for the hamming season, winter, to get my ham shack all up and running. And this is scope cam. So I have the other camera just sitting about 3 feet away from the oscilloscope, so I can still reach in and use it. And it is focused in on the center of the screen, so you can see what my settings are for the scope, time base and volts per division. And right now I just have a sine wave being fed into it from the one signal generator, and you're seeing a 2 kilohertz sine wave at 1 volt peak to peak. And now that we've gone over what's going to happen and some of the new things that are going to be used here on the workbench, well, I have to talk about YouTube and what YouTube's been doing recently. This channel had been monetized probably for the last 6.5 years, but YouTube has changed their monetization policy, and the channel has been demonetized. Not really going to get into that. That's a whole sore subject that people could go on for hours. But the channel has been demonetized. As such, I have set up a Patreon page, which will be linked into this video and will be linked into all other further videos. I would appreciate if you would check out my Patreon page and then also become a patron. Would really appreciate that, so that this channel can generate some money to support itself. Some people make their living off of YouTube. I'm not one of those, but I would like to make some money off of YouTube, instead of buying equipment, setting things up, spending money on equipment, lighting, electricity and such, and not get anything back. But so if you do feel so generous to become a patron, great. At first the patrons will probably get something in the effect of you'll get first releases of the videos. They will be placed on Patreon first, in a members page, and if you have suggestions for what you would like to see next in a video, I will take those suggestions too from patrons, And later on there might be little trinkets. Don't know. Going to work on that. So that's the plan. And thanks again for watching, and more to come later.